Put the glass down. You think that's water? Look closer. You are drinking the melted lining of a frying pan. You are drinking the waterproof coating of a raincoat manufactured in 1980. They call them forever chemicals because they never die. They don't break down in the sun. They don't break down in the ocean. And they sure as hell don't break down in your body. You aren't just getting older. You are bioaccumulating a toxic archive of industrial waste. This is not paranoia. This is chemistry. We are talking about PFAS, per- and polyfluoroalkyl substances, a family of thousands of synthetic compounds that have saturated every corner of the globe. They are in the dust under your bed. They are in the rain falling on Antarctica. And right now, they are coursing through your veins, rewriting your cellular code. Look at the fertility rates. That isn't a curve, that is a countdown. Since the 1970s, sperm counts in Western men have dropped by over 50%. Miscarriage rates are climbing. Testosterone levels are in freefall. We are witnessing a species-level sterilization event, and nobody is talking about the cause. They tell you it's stress. They tell you it's tight pants. That is a lie designed to keep you compliant. You are not stressed. You are being chemically castrated. To understand the enemy, you have to look at the weapon's blueprint. These chemicals were not designed for human consumption. They were born in the Manhattan Project. They were engineered to shield tanks from atomic heat and waterproof military gear in the trenches. They were built to survive the apocalypse. And then, some genius in a boardroom decided to put that same battlefield armor on your cookware to make your eggs slide off easier. Meet the terminator of the periodic table, the carbon-fluorine bond. This is one of the strongest bonds in organic chemistry. It is virtually indestructible. Nature has no enzyme, no bacteria, and no process to break this bond. Once it is created, it exists effectively forever. When you scratch that non-stick pan, you are liberating these immortal molecules. They enter your body, and your liver looks at them and panics. It doesn't know what to do. It can't digest them. It can't filter them. So, it stores them. You are becoming a walking storage facility for a chemical that will outlive your great-grandchildren. It's not just the water, it's the convenience. Grease-resistant pizza boxes? PFAS. Stain-resistant carpets? PFAS. That smooth glide on your dental floss? PFAS. Waterproof mascara? PFAS. We traded our biological integrity for the convenience of not having to scrub a pan. We coated our entire existence in a non-stick layer, forgetting that the chemical has to go somewhere. And somewhere is inside you. They knew. They always knew. Internal documents from the major chemical manufacturers show they knew about the toxicity decades ago. They saw the liver enlargement in lab rats. They saw the birth defects. But the profit margins on non-stick were too high to ignore. So they lobbied. They set safety limits that were chemically impossible to enforce. They sold you poison and called it progress. Your body is a communication network. Your hormones are the Wi-Fi. The endocrine system is the delicate software that runs your biology. It uses precise chemical messengers, hormones, to tell your cells what to do. Grow, metabolize, reproduce, sleep. It relies on a lock and key mechanism. The hormone is the key. The receptor on the cell is the lock. When the key turns, the program runs. Here is the sabotage. PFAS molecules are structural chameleons. They mimic fatty acids and hormones. To your body, they look like estrogen. They look like thyroid hormones. They are master imposters. It's a counterfeit key, and it's jamming the lock. When a PFAS molecule binds to a receptor, one of two things happens. Either it blocks the real hormone from entering, creating a deficiency, or worse, it overstimulates the receptor, sending a chaotic, high-voltage signal that creates inflammation and cellular panic. Signal lost. Cannot connect to ovaries. Cannot connect to testes. System failure. You aren't infertile. You are jammed. Your biological software is crashing because the hardware is clogged with foreign debris. It attacks the metabolic master switch, the thyroid. PFAS interferes with thyroid hormone transport. This is why you see an epidemic of hypothyroidism, fatigue, and weight gain that defies diet and exercise. You are trying to run a high-performance engine on corrupted fuel. The spark plugs are fouled. You aren't lazy. You are being chemically sedated. This is the darkest part of the anatomy. The placenta is supposed to be a shield. It is supposed to filter out toxins to protect the developing life. But PFAS ignores the shield. It crosses the placental barrier as easily as oxygen. Babies are being born pre-polluted. Cord blood studies confirm that 99% of newborns already have these chemicals in their blood before they take their first breath. They are starting the race of life with a lead weight tied to their ankles. Their immune systems are compromised before they even encounter a virus. Gentlemen, this is an attack on your very definition. For men, the consequences are catastrophic. These chemicals are anti-androgens. They block testosterone. We are seeing a measurable reduction in anogenital distance in newborns, a biological marker of male feminization. We are seeing testicular dysgenesis syndrome. The chemicals are quite literally preventing the full biological expression of maleness. You are losing your drive, your muscle mass, and your legacy to a non-stick pan. The trap is closed. There is no away. We learned in school that the water cycle cleans the earth. Evaporation purifies the water, right? Wrong. PFAS chemicals can cycle through the atmosphere. They rise with the vapor, drift on the wind, and rain down thousands of miles from the factory that produced them. The rain is poison. Recent studies show that rainwater in many parts of the globe now exceeds the EPA's safety advisories for PFA. If you collect rainwater in your garden, you are essentially collecting industrial runoff. The sky itself has been weaponized. It gets worse. We treat our sewage to create fertilizer, biosolids. But the sewage is full of PFAS from our toilets and washing machines. We spread this toxic sludge on our farm fields. The crops absorb the chemicals. Your salad is a Trojan horse. You are eating the waste you thought you flushed away. This is the law of biomagnification. The plankton absorbs a little. The shrimp eats 1 million plankton. The tuna eats 1 million shrimp. You eat the tuna. You aren't just eating a meal. You are eating the concentrated toxicity of the entire food chain. You are the apex filter. The buck stops with you. And here is the math that kills you. The half-life of these chemicals in the human body can be 4 to 8 years. That means if you stopped all exposure today, 0 input, it would take years just to reduce your load by half. But you don't have 0 input. You have daily input. You are filling a bathtub with a fire hose, and the drain is the size of a pinhead. The overflow is inevitable. That overflow is cancer. That overflow is infertility. There is no escape pod. Researchers have found PFAS in the blood of polar bears in the Arctic. They have found it in the deep ocean trenches. We have successfully coated the planet in a layer of synthetic Teflon. You cannot run. You can only fortify. Step 1. Secure the perimeter. Throw away that cheap pitcher filter in your fridge. It does nothing against PFAS. It is a toy. You need reverse osmosis. It is the only commercially available filtration technology that reliably removes these forever chemicals. If your water doesn't pass through a membrane, you are the membrane. Step 2. Kill the non-stick. If you have a scratched non-stick pan, you are cooking your family's food in a chemical weapon. Throw it out, today. Return to the old gods: stainless steel, cast iron, glass, carbon steel. Yes, you have to scrub them. Yes, it takes more effort. Step 3. Force the detox. Emerging data suggests we can lower the load. Regular blood or plasma donation has been shown in clinical trials to reduce serum PFAS levels. You are physically removing the contaminated fluid. Combined with regular sauna use to excrete toxins through sweat, you can accelerate the exit strategy. Drain the swamp, literally. This ends now. Stop consenting to the poisoning. Every time you buy convenience, you are voting for your own extinction. They bank on your apathy. They bank on you thinking, well, everything is toxic, so why bother? That is the mindset of a victim. We are not fighting for a clean kitchen. We are fighting for the genetic future of our bloodlines. You have a duty to your biology, to protect the code that has been passed down for millions of years. Do not let a chemical company edit your DNA for a quarterly profit report. But the glass bottles are heavy. The iron pan is hard to clean. Let it be hard. Hard is better than dead. Stop drinking the plastic. Break the glass. Override complete.